gives you a little window into the eyes of an animal.
Yeah.
They think they're not being watched just because you're out here. He's going about his business in there. Who knows what that business really is, though? The sink is fascinating right now. Well, hello. Hello, everybody. Put the chat on live chat. Some magic beans. How much? How much? I'm bored, so I'm glad you're streaming. Yeah.
I guess it's been a hot minute.
What?
Since you streamed.
Has it?
Maybe not.
Thought I streamed yesterday.
You might have.
Maybe I didn't.
My brain's just.
Maybe I skipped yesterday. I don't know.
Brain blend.
Yeah, I'm not feeling great. Having tummy troubles today. Isn't that great?
It really is the most crippling thing that you don't realize.
Just being nauseous.
Yeah.
It sucks. Because you can't ignore it. It's like right at the core of your being. It's like,
Seeing if he's up to anything else.
I'm just watching him, man. I was just watching the new episode. I love how you caught that fart noise. I don't remember it, but hey, leave it to me to hear a fart. Seasonal allergies suck. That's probably what's at the heart of a lot of my being nauseous and stuff. It's like post-nasal drip never stops. Just snot running down the back of my throat or whatever the fuck, constantly. It's disgusting.
Bodies are dumb.
Yeah. Yep, the human body is a piece of shit.
Like fucking other animals don't get it because their mouth's all the way over here.
Yeah. What'd it do? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot today. We're back to the full recording schedule tomorrow. So, doing back flips, front flips, side to side flips. Your house smells like paint fumes. You guys should probably not like be in the house if you're resurfacing things.
Yeah, painting's what you do like before you move in or shit. Or...
Yeah, dude, those fumes are killer. Yeah, I've just been on and off, kind of nauseated all day. How's Nevada?
Nevada is awesome.
Well, you gotta dox me, dude. Why you gotta dox me?
It is pretty cool though. Here in Nevada.
Oh yeah, wonderful in Nevada.
It's a big state.
Yeah. Giant Nevada. How far am I from Area 51? I'm in it. I live on the base. I knew the secret truth and they let me in. Do you think TJ's beard is better than a billy goat's or a dragon? Dude, are you fucking... What? Can I help you with something? Is everything okay with you? Did you just smooch me, old prickle bush? Gross. Thanks for the $5, though.
No, but the thing is, them aliens that keep flying over.
Yep.
They're loud.
Yeah, the aliens are... they're annoying, too. Like, they're just not... Like, they're just not the type of people you like to hang with, you know? Mm-hmm. The aliens.
I keep telling them to put their probes away.
Yeah. You telling TJ you're going to put a caramel apple in his beard over David Lynch had me rolling. Yeah, dude. I am going to do it, too. I'm sick of his shit. I'm going to get a nice soft one, too. Like a fresh one that's not fully set up yet. I'm just going to walk up to him and act like I'm eating it or going to give it to him. And then I'm just going to put it right in his beard and roll the stick so that the apple goes... Gets that whole beard. And then I'm just going to leave it hanging there. And then I'm going to walk away. He's on notice. I'm sick of his shit. Sick of his like ironic opposition to brilliance. David Lynch is a master of movie making craft. Dude, you can't even tell me that wouldn't be the sickest diss that you've ever seen in your life. When have you ever seen somebody even do something like that, dude? Never. There's some of you that might say, what if he fights back? Well, then there will be footage of TJ beating the fuck out of me with a caramel apple dangling from his beard. Double owned. Double owned. Hey, Paul, big love. Thanks, bro.
All you gotta do is, like have the caramel be super soft.
Yeah.
So that just the caramel breaks off, and then you drop the apple, and then he trips on the apple, and then he can't catch you.
Oh, maybe I'll just bring another apple.
Or a banana peel.
I'll roll the whole caramel apple up in his beard, and then when he goes to chase me, I'll flip an apple onto the ground, and and then I run away. Jump in the whip. Lure him with a banana. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll have a banana in one hand and a caramel apple behind my back. And I'll hand him the banana, and he will be like utterly focused on the nanner, and his beard will be hanging there, and then I'll just do the caramel apple spin. Yep, he's getting it. Had enough. Had enough of his bad takes about David Lynch. He's getting caramel bearded. Whole ass caramel apple in the beard. Dude, that would be the most hilarious thing ever. If I like there was video of me distracting TJ with a banana, rolling a caramel apple into his beard, and then turning around to run away and throwing banana peels over my shoulder so he slips. That'd be it. You could shut down the internet after that.
Yep, 5 million views first hour.
Oh, easy. 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 That would be the greatest thing that ever came out of me. Just bring a bunch of banana peels. Oh my god, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful, and he deserves it too. The reason that it's great is because he deserves it. If he didn't deserve it, it would just be mean. But he's earned it. He's getting apple bearded, bro. That's it.
Because that shit's like wax.
Yep. That whole thing. It just grabs your hair and becomes part of it. He'd have to snip it out, man. He'd have a big old caramel apple shaped hole in his beard.
Because if you pull it, it's like you're gonna lose the whole
He'd have
thing.
he'd have to try and get every hair out individually off of the caramel apple, and then find some way to emulsify the caramel out of his beard. It'd be a whole production. There'd be a whole day's worth of work behind that. But it would be worth it for the caramel bearding.
Did your sister ever have like a hair incident, like getting gum in her hair where it had to be cut out?
Yeah, it wasn't cut out though. There was like remedies for that. They would put like mayonnaise in their hair, like all kinds of craziness. It was weird. But yeah, I remember my little sister got gum in her hair one time.
Your mom wanted to preserve her hair, then she
I
went
guess
through the mayonnaise.
she did, man. They were able to get it out, but it was a whole day. Did you use peanut butter to get it out? Maybe it was peanut butter. I don't remember, dude. I was little.
It was a food product for sure.
Yeah, it was some kind of food. Got smeared all in her hair. Maybe it was Cheese Whiz. I don't know. Whatever it was, the gum came out of there. And no, it was not me that put the gum in there. Don't try and pin that shit on me.
Yeah, I was a dumb kid and like tied my own hair in a knot that I couldn't undo. I had to go get the scissors at like 2 o'clock in the morning and like get the knot out.
See. Kid stuff. I never did a single stupid thing when I was a kid. I was the smartest kid. The best kid. I was basically like a little well-rounded adult when I came out. Never messed anything up, never got in any trouble, no shenanigans. That's what they used to call me, PJ, no shenanigans Parky. Babysitters used to babysit me for free, just for the pleasure of being in my company. Your son peed on your PS3 and broke it. See, dude, I'm not wired to be a dad. I think my whole life would shut down if somebody pissed on my PS3. I wouldn't even know how do you even punish.
It's partially your fault for not properly potty training them.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how you punish. That's just like the most uncivilized thing. You peed on my PS3. Like, your failures as a son are only my failures as a father. When Paul was born, he got up and walked over to a chair and fell asleep sitting straight up. Yeah, it's true. Cleaned myself off. You know how the doctors usually have to clean a baby off after it comes out? Not me. I was like, guys. Give me the rag. Thank you. Jeez, please. I look like a baby. Dude, mom didn't even need to potty train me. I came out potty trained. No diapers. Or just crawl over to the toilet and get up on it and
If you had had teeth, you would have been sitting at the dinner table.
yeah, true. It wasn't my fault I didn't have teeth. I'm too old and tired to get angry at stuff like that. I know. I mean, I don't. Like I said, the lack of civility in that, I don't even know how to be mad at it. Like, I'm not even programmed to be mad. I think it would literally shut me down if somebody peed on my PS4.
That reminds me of the fucking Wolf movie with Jack Nicholson.
The wolf?
Yeah, where he pees on
Oh,
the
yeah.
dude's shoes.
Dude, that was great. I love that scene. Just marking my territory. That's a good movie. It's definitely up there in the werewolf pantheon. Well, yeah, I don't have a PS3 right now, though, so I'm having to imagine it being my PS4.
But you don't have the same love for it as you did in the
Mm-mm.
past.
No, I wouldn't really care that much now, I don't think, but...
Yeah. I mean, we have pets. We have the similar thing. We have, like, our cat completely destroying our speakers.
Yeah.
Not completely
He didn't
destroying
destroy it, he just chewed through the little optical cable, and now we never got a new one.
Yeah.
We should probably just
And trying
order
to
a new
get
one.
the old one out is what's going to be hard.
I think it'll be okay. I should be able to do it. It's people disbelieving my childhood stories. I'm just telling you the truth, man. I'm not trying to brag. I was the perfect child. Ask my parents. I was never in trouble. Never told a lie. Never talked back. I was amazing. It was fantastic. Told a lie about the trumpet? No. No, that's slanderous. That's the other Paul. You're thinking of the other guy.
You know what? Late babies are better. That's what made you so awesome. Is you were born late.
Are they? Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because I was born a little late. Yeah, I incubated for a while. I was not ready to go. Not ready to come out.
Yeah, and that extra week or so fucking makes the best babies.
I put it to good use. I was reading books in there, learned how to talk, so my parents didn't have to worry about that. You know.
With how big you were, you could have survived for like a week without food, probably, if you wanted.
In fact, that's crazy that you brought that up. I actually told my parents. I said, "Look, I know that you're happy that I'm here, but I need to go find myself. I need to go on my spirit quest, my vision quest." And they were like, "Son, you're just a baby." And I was like, "Just a baby? Excuse me, don't patronize me." And I walked right out of the hospital, butt ass naked, umbilical cord still dangling. Walked into the woods, found my spirit animal, which I can't tell you what it is. You have to go on your vision quest to discover what your spirit animal is. I can't believe so many people don't do it now. But yeah, funny that you brought it up. I did survive for a week or more. No food, no water. It's crazy, but it's a mole. Even if it was, I wouldn't tell you. Paul is Buddha. Psh, man, Buddha was an amateur. Buddha was an amateur. Hear the new Red Hot Chili Peppers yet? It's really interesting to me that there's a new Red Hot Chili Peppers in the year of 2022. But no, to answer your question, no.
Are they, what, like in their 70s now?
No, I don't think they're that old. They're not quite like Hillary Clinton aged. Like they were in their 20s when I was in my teens, I think Anthony Kiedis is probably, like, if I had a guess, he's probably like 10 years older than me. So they're probably in their 50s. More like cold chili peppers. Damn. Yeah. See, that's the trouble with having a super long career. You know what I mean? It's like, where do you go at a certain point? Buddha, you can do what you want, but no drinking, drugs, or sex. Amateur, yeah. I mean, like, seriously. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, except for this list of completely arbitrary crap. No. Green cold bell peppers. Those poor bastards. Cold shrunken peppers. I do like bell peppers, yeah. You have to take that whole placenta out of a bell pepper, though, otherwise it's pretty nasty. Those taste like dirt. But I like bell peppers. You know how a bell pepper is best? Straight out raw. Cut up a bell pepper, have a little dip there, dip it in some ranch, go to town. That's how a bell pepper is best. Fresh, juicy, all cooked to shit.
This Flea's 59, so he's getting there.
Flea's 59. Damn. Holds Anthony Kiedis, though.
Anthony Kiedis, I think he's also 59. Yeah.
Wow, I was wrong. They're like 20 years older than me. Well, not quite. Not quite 20. Fresh. Put some cooked bell peppers and onions on a hot dog. Yeah. I mean, that's a little bit barbaric. Like, a hot dog is to be enjoyed with a stripe of mustard only. And that's just the truth. Like, a lot of people will get mad at this, but you know what? I'm dropping truth bombs tonight. Let's talk about hot dogs for a second. Does other stuff taste good on hot dogs? Sure. You can put some different stuff on hot dogs if you're feeling like being a Philistine, an uncircumcised Philistine. But if you're going to be a true gentleman of propriety, you're going to cook that hot dog and you're going to put a stripe of mustard on that hot dog. And that's it. And you're going to go in and you're going to allow the smoky, juicy flavors of the hot dog to mix with the tartness of the mustard, neutralized by the softness of the bun. And you're going to be in true nirvana. Do you like chili dogs? No, and I will tell you why. The flavors are good. I won't deny that, like, chili and a hot dog, like, a hot dog tastes good pretty much mixed with anything savory. Let's be real. But when a chili dog it perverts the form of the hot dog to where you have to eat it with a fork. Because there's no way, like, a proper chili dog, you can't pick it up. It's soaked through with chili. It's, chili and shit is falling out of every crevice and crack in it. You gotta get a fork and eat the thing, and then it's like you're deconstructing a whole hot dog. It's like, why do I have the bread in here then? No ketchup? No shit, no ketchup.
I would argue a Polish dog is an entirely different beast
Mhm.
than that one you put like sauerkraut on and shit.
Yeah, but that's not a hot dog, though. Yeah. a sausage, the different kind of wursts, you can treat those differently. You put a little sauerkraut on those. You dress those up with some cooked peppers. But a hot dog, though? Mustard. Mustard only. And no Dijon either. Straight out American yellow mustard. Yellow as the sun. Corn dogs, yay or nay? Depends on the dog, right? Corn dogs, like I used to have when I was a kid, in the big freezer box of 50 hot corn dogs that are all frozen solid, and then you put them in the microwave and eat them. No. No. Corn dogs from the county fair that are like a foot long and leave you with a stick that you could stab somebody through the gut with and it come out their back. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like you have to definitely be in the mood. Like just having a casual corn dog isn't the way.
There's no such thing as a corn dog is not a casual food. A lot of people mistake corn dogs for like convenience or casual food. You have to make love to a corn dog to eat it. And so, you know what I mean? You got to sit down somewhere, you got to focus on the dog, or you've got to really be careful as you're walking around and eating that dog. It's not a casual food. You got that mustard. Once again, mustard only on those. No, microwave corn dogs are not good. Yeah, microwave corn dogs are all soggy and greasy, and it's not good. Mustard slides off a corn dog. See, this is a problem. A lot of people don't understand. So when you're served a corn dog at the fair, you are often served it in a little paper tray, right? And a paper tray is to hold the corn dog, but it's also for spreading of the sauce. So you put your stripe of mustard on the corn dog, and when it slides off into that case, you can just roll the corn dog in it, you see. So it's a sauce vessel. It's not just for holding the corn dog. Come on. See, I didn't have a George Foreman as a kid, though. George Foreman didn't even come out with the George Foreman grill until I was in my late teens. You know, and we never had one. I didn't get a George Foreman until I was probably like 30 when I first got my first George Foreman. Maybe a little younger. Maybe it was like 20, 28, 27, something like that. Oh, I didn't have that. So it was like, hey, are you hungry? Go throw a couple corn dogs in the microwave for yourself. And it's like, you did it. But what about beanie weenies? Oh, yeah, dude. Beanie weenies were the shit. It's basically just like Boston baked beans with a hot dog cut up in it. That's beanie weenies. That was a whole ass dinner. I don't know how many nights. Beanie weenies, man. Yeah.
My sad microwave food was egg rolls. Microwave egg rolls are nasty.
I wouldn't know. We never got nothing like an egg roll, but pretty much microwave anything is not great. Like even the freezer burritos that I love so much, they're really not good. It's just more like nostalgia of eating them, for me at least. But yeah, frozen food is typically not good. Do you guys ever eat TV dinners? Like the whole ass TV dinners?
I mean, we'd have like the little microwave lean cuisines. That's probably the closest thing you can get now.
There were really no lean cuisines back when I was a kid. They didn't really care. It was, you had like Hungry Man or whatever.
Yeah.
TV dinners. Or Stouffer's TV dinners.
Yeah, like Stouffer's is good. It's about as good as you can do with a frozen little dinner.
We didn't eat a lot of TV dinners as a kid, but my mom would fill in the gaps with them sometimes. If they were on sale, she'd get, a night's worth of TV dinners or something. And I'm telling you, man, there is one holy grail of TV dinners. I've had enough, and I've tried them all, man. And I bet nobody will be able to guess what it is, man. There is a holy grail of TV dinners, the best TV dinner that you can get. Not brand, what's in it. So think about your different TV dinners. No, not turkey. Get out of here. Nope, not chicken fried steak, but you're close. Ah, Phoebes knows. Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak. Yes, the Salisbury steak. With the mashed potatoes and the Salisbury sauce drizzled over the hamburger patty that they call a steak. Dude, that Salisbury steak. When you were feeling really fancy with your turkey dinner meal or whatever, you got the Salisbury steak. I remember when we went shopping, mom, she was gonna buy like some TV dinners that were on sale. She would let us pick out like which one do you want? That'll be your TV dinner. Salisbury steak. Sounds rough. Oh, it is rough. Dude, it is no pretty thing eating a TV dinner, but you go in anyway. You go in anyway. You got the bubbling apple crisp, okay? Don't touch that. You're gonna look at that and you're gonna think, man, I want to dig into that right now. If you do, you'll never taste anything in your mouth ever again. You have the bubbling apple crisp. You have the rubbery green beans with tomato, like chunks of like stewed tomato in it. And that's just sitting there in some juice. Okay? You follow me? You've got your pile of mashed potatoes that came pre-filled in the middle with your gravy. And that's lava. That's a volcano. And then you've got a huge puck of mixed mincemeat with fake grill marks on it, drizzled in Salisbury sauce. Everything that's liquidy is completely so hot you don't even want to touch it, let alone put it in your hole. And you have to wait like a good 15, 20 minutes for it to like congeal a little bit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're making me hungry. Can't eat until right before I go to sleep tonight. Why? What's the problem? Oh, they say that you shouldn't do that? About the best school lunches? Yeah. Yeah. School lunches, there were days that were good and then there were days that were bad. I remember everybody liked corn dog day, even though we basically just got corn dogs from the freezer. But we're kids, you can be forgiven. Pizza day was always good. You got like a square of pizza. And then pretty much everything else was kind of bleh. There was like a sandwich day where you got like a bologna sandwich. There was every once in a while they'd have like taco day, but they were not like tacos at all. They were more like little burritos and they were horrible. Pizza. That was the shit. Ours was Friday. Fridays were pizza day. And that just like launched you into the weekend as a kid too. When you show, because like sometimes you know how it gets when you're in the grind at school, in elementary school, you don't know what day it is. Some days you just get up and you feel like you've been getting up to go to school at the same time every day for 100 years. And then you shuffle like half dead into the cafeteria for lunch and you smell it immediately. that like super sweet tomato sauce smell, and you're like, oh, it's pizza day. That means it's Friday. That means I never have to go to school again. That's literally how I looked at it as a kid. It's so funny how you perceive time as an adult versus how you perceive it as a kid. They say that like as you get older, time accelerates, but it's really just your perception of it because you, like when you're a kid, dude, 2 whole days off. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That's like you never have to be at school again. You're gonna forget what even school is. The weekends were the best.
Do you have like school breakfasts too, or no?
School, no, not really.
Oh, they did that because I had to get dropped off at like daycare so early.
Oh yeah.
They had like a corn dog, but it was a sausage wrapped in pancake that you would dip in syrup.
I saw the kids having those when I worked at the schools.
Yeah.
Like a sausage, like a Jimmy Dean sausage with a pancake around it,
Yeah.
and they give you a little syrup. Yeah.
But it's a corn dog set up.
Yeah. You're a diamond in the rough. Watching YouTube since 2006. Closely followed you since. I appreciate you continuing to be here. Hey, thanks, man. That's crazy. You've been on the train a long time. That's cool.
They'd also give us the pizza for breakfast too. So it wasn't as special because they would give us the pizza for breakfast.
Straight
all
out
the time.
breakfast pizza?
Yep. Not even like breakfast fine, just
pizza. Like pizza.
Too early for pizza.
I would have thrown my whole shit off. Summer was fun for the first 3 days, and it became a bore every single time. Oh my god, bro! I'm so, dude, I didn't even realize it. Talking to other people about their childhoods and stuff, I had a really idyllic childhood when it came to like my summers and stuff. Because my parents, they worked so much, they didn't have time to like sit and supervise every little thing. And so, when I got to a certain age, kids were just kind of expected to stay at home and keep themselves occupied and stuff. And that was the best. I was allowed to just like leave the house if I wanted, get on my bike, ride it down to my friend's house, have them over, play video games. When I started, getting a little older, get together, smoke weed, get drunk. It was just, I don't know. It was like a true break. It was like true freedom. Like, as a kid, I had way less of a hard time allowing myself to just not, because it's like, dude, when you think about it, like the way I thought about it as a kid, when you finished a grade, dude, it was forever and a day till you started the next grade. You didn't even have to worry about it, and you certainly didn't have to worry about the last grade. You passed it. You know what I mean? So it was just perfect. Like my brain was perfectly able to separate out that time, and it wasn't even about giving yourself like permission to chill. That was just the way it was. That felt so good. I think that's the way the human brain is maybe supposed to work. Like a lot of people maybe hold on to that ability where they can just kind of leave their shit at home and really give themselves a chance to not fucking worry about stuff. And, I just feel like as an adult, I've almost lost that ability completely. Do you experience depression or anxiety as a child? My symptoms started right around the same time puberty did. So I hit the front edge of puberty in 6th grade. So around the 6th grade, certainly going into the 7th grade is when I really started to be symptomatic. So before that, not really. Not that I know of. Not that I can remember, and not that's been reported to me, So that probably has something to do with it. Although I will tell you, I continued to enjoy summers all the way through high school. So good old summer days. When I was young, I was grounded for an entire summer. What's the longest you were ever grounded? An entire summer. I feel your pain. I lost a whole summer. I've told this story before because I smoked weed, came home, went to bed. My parents confronted me about it, and I didn't lie. I was like, yeah, I smoked weed. So, I was smart about it. I had a designated driver or whatever. I wasn't being stupid. But yeah, me and my friends smoked weed. You're grounded for a whole summer. It's like, what? So it wasn't like being truly grounded. I was able to sneak out and stuff, but it sucked. I wasn't able to like go anywhere or do anything sanctioned. It all had to be an op, you know. I had to wait till my parents were both off at work and sneak out. I had to wait until night when they were asleep and sneak out. That's no good. It's no bueno. Dude. Oh man. The worst. Let me tell you what the worst was, dude. The worst consequence of that summer. Okay. I've told you guys there's this one chick I chased all throughout high school, to the exclusion of almost everyone else. And it was kind of like I was being led on. Let's put it that way. Relatively heavily. And I remember over that summer that I was grounded. I was talking to this chick on the phone, and she was horn dogging it. Like all of a sudden she was in like, my parents are out of town, blah blah blah. She was talking. I remember she was like, I love sneezing. I was like, why? She's like, because every sneeze feels like a little miniature orgasm. I was like, whoa. She was telling me to come over. I was like, oh my fucking God. But my parents were home. So I tried everything I could do, dude. I tried bargaining, I tried begging, but they weren't going to let me go. That's disgusting. What's disgusting? I don't know, dude. Well, they kind of are, yeah. Like a bunch of muscles tense up. It's kind of I get it. I just remember that was part of it. Was she horn dogging the corn dog, dude? I don't know. She was just telling me to come over, and like under any normal circumstances, I would have peeled out of there so fast. I would have left like a little smoky outline of myself, like in the old cartoons, you know. I'd have been gone. But both of my punk ass parents were home, up, and hating. God damn it. Just sneak out. It was like a come here now situation. It wasn't a let's link up in, 6 hours when your parents are dead ass asleep. This was a like, I want you to come over here right now. And it was like, I don't know, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, you know what I mean? Everybody was up and hating. Yeah, the apple pie was on the windowsill. You understand? It was going to be taken in at any moment. If I was going to grab a slice, I had to go. It was cooling on the windowsill as I spoke, man. I had to go. See, this was before cell phones and stuff too, and so like I remember, later that night when everybody'd gone to sleep, right? Like I was sure I could probably fucking sneak out. Like even if I got caught, I could get out the door, you know. And I remember I picked up the phone off in the other room, and I'm like, called her up. It rings forever, and then she picks it up and she's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Oh no!" It's like, "Hey, my parents are asleep." She's like, I'm like, "Fuck, damn." The apple pie cooled off. It's off the windowsill. Man, hating ass parents. That was the worst feeling when she answered the phone. It was like, "Hello." I was like, "Oh man." Times they have passed. Poor Paul. I know. Weep for Paul, the young man. Gotta love those formative experiences like that. Yeah, just fun stuff, dude. At the time, though, that was like, that I felt that was a violation of everything that I held sacred. I couldn't believe, that I was denied. But what are you gonna do?
Everything's the end of the world when you're a teenager.
Oh yeah, every little thing, dude.
Failing your first test, end of the fucking world.
Oh yeah. Like everybody's like, you're gonna be literally drug out in the street by your parents and thrown into a life of homelessness and destitution because you flunked a test, or you get in a fight with a friend or something, and it's just like you're so mad, and they're so mad, and you just feel like nothing's ever gonna be right ever again, dude. You're just so fucking pissed. Yeah. I think that's a consequence, though, of every day feeling like it's a year. You know what I mean? If you're going to have a whole ass day ruined because you're fighting with somebody, that's the way to do it. If the day feels like it's a whole year, man. Yeah, every day was its own little unfurling drama when you were a kid. You never knew what was going to happen. Might have had some regular ass days, but I don't remember any of them. The days I remember were all crazy. I even the ones I wasn't really directly involved in. Pressure that teachers put on you to get good grades so you can get into a good college. Oh yeah. Yeah.
They mapped out a whole life of failure for us in high school. Like, this is how hard it would be if you just dropped out of high school today and got a minimum wage job.
They wonder why we came out all like emotionally crippled and anxiety ridden and shit.
Because back in the day, it was just like, you're going to drop out and get married at 16, you'll probably be fine.
Oh yeah, whatever. Good for you. Like in my era and going into the present time, it's just like yeah, dude. You're way too young to be told that everything that you do is going to affect the way that your life is forever. Like, even if it's true on some level, like, you can't Filling a child's head with your fucking adult anxieties, man, that sucked. That was the shittiest thing about being a child, was being beholden to a bunch of people who were just like, you felt like they had very little to no faith in you at all because they were constantly telling you how you were going to fuck up.
It's like ultimately, I feel like failure shouldn't be a big deal in school until it's like gets down to
I
the
mean,
wire.
even if it is a big deal, it shouldn't be made a big deal to the child. That just
Yeah.
makes it worse. Like, so yeah, you make a big deal out of it behind the scenes and you intervene and you make sure that the child gets a little extra instruction in that area and you don't treat them like they're stupid. You just help them along and you give them some remedial work or whatever. Nothing's wrong with any of that. It's just all of the fucking shit that comes along with it. Just the constant failure, scaring.
Because then some kids just give up. It's like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna fail everything now.
Yep.
But yeah, the whole like you shouldn't be doing all nighters at fucking 15.
Well, I mean, a lot of the all nighters that I had to pull at 15 were because I waited until the last minute to care about anything.
I know, but like still.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Turns out the better you did in school, the better college you got into, the more debt you had later. Yeah.
Yeah, like let's get everyone's dreams up for that 60,000 a year college.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, and here's the dude, I feel so stupid. I still kick myself in the pants for fucking up my scholarship. That was probably a really, like, looking back on it, because I could have got a whole ass college education through bachelor's degree for free or through associates. I can't remember what it was. But, like, my first basically 4 years of college paid for. Like, all the books paid for, all the classes paid for. I was on full scholarship.
And living with mom.
And living with my parents. So I had no bills. I had nothing standing in my way of success or standing in the way of my success other than associates is 2 years. Okay. Yeah. Then it was, I had they call it a full ride. I'm pretty sure that my scholarship included, if I had wanted, dormitory living. I just didn't want it.
And I don't know if that's so much what you regret as so much as like it not going to someone else, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would have been probably better suited for some of the other people because it was a competition. I won a competition and won the scholarship. So there were a lot of kids that tried out for it that didn't get it. So that does kind of suck.
So ultimately, what would you do with those 2 or 4 years of free college now?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Had I committed myself and had I been at a place in my life where I could commit myself to that and gone forward with it, who knows? Who knows what I would have done? Like, maybe it would have been bad, maybe it would have been good. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I recognize as like a linchpin, kind of like turning point in my life. I could have gone this way and I went that way.
But I mean, there's plenty of people that graduate college and still work at Starbucks.
No, but I mean, it would have been a different, it would have been a whole different thing. If I would have went to school for 4 years, I would have been 22 years old when I graduated with a BA. By the time I was 22 years old, I'd been working at Starbucks for 2 years already at that point, and no college degree, So I don't know. It's just one of those things. It was definitely like a life-changing moment. It was a linchpin in my life where before I pulled it out, my life was going one way, and now it spun off and went another direction, for good or for ill. I don't really judge whether or not this direction is better than that. I certainly probably, I guess I felt that way then, not knowing what I was facing. But
And there's that whole deterministic universe again.
sure.
Like, you just had so many different factors in your life where college just wasn't going to work.
Yeah, I probably could have done it. There's probably a distinct possibility that I could have done it, but at the time I just wasn't equipped. I didn't want it, and I felt like I didn't belong in it, and so I avoided it. I went to college and there were single moms willing to, You sure that was college? I mean, ultimately, like, I think that college didn't work for me because I had expectations for college that I think were like reasonable expectations that college, it didn't meet it. So I really thought in my head that I was excited as fuck. I got this full ride scholarship to a state university in the theater department, getting a performance arts degree, a performing arts theater degree. And I was just like, I thought my entire day was going to be spent like it was back when I was 16 and I went to California State Summer School for the Arts. Like it was going to be nothing but arts adjacent classes, that I was going to immediately be thrown into this insane theater world where I learned all these new techniques and got to work with all these talented people and got to sharpen my craft. And like, that's really what I thought in my head. And when I got my first set of classes, I wanted to fucking die. It was like one class, like an intro to theater class. And I was like, wait a minute, dude. Wasn't the 4 years I just did my intro to theater? Like at that point, I'd been in like 80 shows. If you count like all the, different performances and little one act plays, and like I had a ton of fucking shit under my belt, a ton of stage time. I had one class, and it was an intro to theater class, and then every other class was like biology, sociology, not criminology, biology, sociology. What was the one? Statistics. I was like, what? Like, wasn't. And I really felt cheated. I really did, because I felt like high school was that. Like, I got my well rounded education in high school. I made it up through, like, whatever it was, Algebra 2 or geometry, wherever it was, I had to stop. I did all the little history classes and the English classes and the fucking biology classes, and, I passed them all. Why do I got to go do those again? Why do I got to go back into that? I don't care. Like, my interests are not centered on any of that. You've told me that I'm legally an adult now. I've just spent the last 12 years of my life getting a well-rounded education while growing up, and you want to throw me right back into an algebra class. Yeah. And I just like, I remember I went a couple of days and I sat in those classes and I had the teachers like, yeah, like I was a brand new dude to a college. And I remember sitting down in my first class. I don't even remember what the subject was. It was statistics or something like that. And I remember my first taste of college was sitting in this room of people, and then the professor comes in and he says, um, he gives a speech about how we're all going to fail this class. I shit you not. He was like, you know, by midterms, half of you look around. I remember him telling me, like, look around the room. By midterms, half of you people won't even be in here. And this is not a hard class, but it requires dedication. It requires you to do your homework every night. And half of you people are going to have, you're going to be past the drop date and you're going to be leaving this class anyway. I'm just letting you know right now. You don't take it serious. I was just like, fuck. What am I, in the army? Like, what is this? What is this? It's like, don't I? Ugh. I'm just like, over what? Over a statistics class? Some shit that I don't even like. I'm never gonna use. Never. And that was my first class. My first day of my first class in college was that. It's just like, man. It was just a bunch of that, dude. I remember I had this crazy sociology professor who basically gave us the same talk. He was like, if you don't want to write, don't be in this class. You will write something for me every time you come to this class. I'm just letting you know now. A bunch of people rolling their eyes and shit. I'm just like, oh no. It was really disheartening, man. It was really, really counterproductive and disheartening. And sad. You know, I was just like, fuck. And then the theater class. Oh man, that was the best, dude. I was thrown into a theater class with a bunch of people that didn't want it. Like they took it because they had to take an elective or whatever. They had to take like a liberal arts elective. And it's like the intro to theater, kind of like theater one class that everybody takes and hopes they can just kind of like skate through it. So it was me, and instead of being in, you know, like upper level theater classes or classes for people that have already got a theater experience or whatever, I'm sitting in the room with a bunch of people that couldn't care less about what they're doing. I'm doing a 2-person scene with a girl that like won't even look me in the eyeballs because she doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? So I didn't do it. You know, I mean that's the best excuse that I can give you. But it's fucked up though because I'd had this experience that was supposed to be college prep experience. This is what where I think that I really think things could have been different. You know what I mean? I've told you guys about that state summer school for the arts that I went to at Cal Arts in Valencia, California, and I spent a whole summer there, and my entire summer was filled with um, just like learning about theater, learning how to be a better actor, learning how to better use my vocal instrument, my physical instrument, broadening my horizons within that very. There was no class that I went to that wasn't relevant to me. You know what I mean? Relevant to what I was interested in, relevant to what I felt like I wanted to do with my life. There was no irrelevance. There was like even the classes that I found to be hard or a little tedious were all, I learned something in every one of those fucking classes. Every one of those classes engaged that part of me. And that, I think that was the idea of CISA, was to prepare young people for the college experience. And it didn't, you know what I mean? Like it gave me a false expectation of the college experience. Ever considered writing a play? I've written a play. I've written a couple of plays, co-written, back in high school. Uh, Not my favorite thing to do, like not my favorite medium of expression or whatever, but fun. I read you guys one of those scripts one time. I found it. I've still got it packed away here somewhere. Star Stare, which was a Star Trek parody that I wrote with my friend Rodney, and then we wrote another one-act play called Southern Tards, about two retarded Southern guys sitting on their porch, and that one was shot down. We got to perform Star Stare, and it was actually Star Stare that got Rodney into Cal Arts with me. Um, I went on the back of an audition tape, and he submitted Star Stare. And Southern Tards, dude. I wish I could find a copy. I remember. I remember our theater teacher, Ginger, pulling us aside. She's like, "Listen, guys, I can't let you do this." What? Southern Tards. I can't let you do it. It's offensive. We're not trying to make it offensive. Are you telling us there aren't tards in the South? She's like, no, I'm sure there are, but you have to understand, this is offensive. I just can't let you do it. I would get in trouble. I would have to go to bat for this. You guys have to write another play. You have to try something else. And that was like hitting that wall. Neither of us wanted to do it anymore. The only reason we were interested in writing plays is because we could do whatever stupid shit we wanted in the play. And we were told that there were limits. Then we were just like, well, fuck that then. No more playwriting for us. I remember Rodney saying, what if we put him in England? What if it was British tards? She was like, it's not the nationality. It's the retarded part. You can't act like two retarded people. Oh. Man, creatively stifled. Utterly creatively stifled. So what she's saying is you need to cast actual tards, authenticity. That's what I thought, you know. The world wasn't ready for Southern tards, okay? And I really honestly think it's even less ready than it was. I think that back then, Southern tards probably would have found a little cult audience, you know. Nowadays, though, people would lose their minds. Just the name. The name alone, people would absolutely flip shit. There'd be protests. So unfortunately, I don't even think the world ever may be ready for Southern tards, you know. I actually don't blame them. For some reason, I see TJ milking that role. Oh yeah, dude, I would have cast TJ as in Southern tards in a minute. In a New York minute. Oh, what genre was Southern tards? It was a one act comedy slash tour de force. Yeah, it was a one act comedy play. About a 15-page script, maybe 20. And it was two retarded brothers in the from the South. Look, I feel like it was humanizing. Personally, I feel like had Southern tards allowed to go forward, we might have fostered a new era of understanding. What's the plot? The two brothers each come out to sit on their porch, kind of at the opposite ends of the porch, way too far away from each other, so that they had to like yell at each other. And they would sit in their rocking chairs and they had a conversation about what happened that day. That was the genre. That was the plot. We kept playing with like how far away they should be, and we found the perfect spot to where it looked like we shouldn't have to yell, but we did it anyway, and that was another whole joke. Is that there was like we were sitting on the same porch, and there was no reason that we should be sitting that far from each other. That was part of it. Who do you think would direct it if it were adapted into a movie? I don't know, man. I really don't know who I would hand over Southern Tards to. I mean, I cared a lot about that script.
What about Quentin?
See, I think Quentin would try and he'd add too much flash to it. It's not a flashy script. It's a very humble, conversational script. So it needs a humble director. The Coen brothers, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oh, man. Southern Tards predicted Scotty and TJ Kirk. No. Not quite. The people in my play were genuinely tarded. Can we actually make this, please? I gotta find it first.
What about who directed Tropic Thunder?
I don't know, but maybe it would have to be done. You got to just get the guy that does those soft white underbelly videos to film it.
Just do real stripped down documentary style.
Yep, film it like a mockumentary. Like a fly on the wall mockumentary.
What about Werner Herzog?
Werner Herzog. Maybe, yeah. really funny. I remember your rapper's blunt conversation, and that had me chuckling all day. This theater story deserves a tip. Thank you. Uva Bowl, yeah. I'm gonna turn it into an action movie.
Yeah, that episode got taken down for copyright.
The Uva Bowl episode did? What copyright?
I don't know.
It was us just talking to him.
No, not his interview. The one he did before that, before his interview.
Oh. Lame. Maybe we just make it a sequel to Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder 2, Southern Tards. We make like a meta movie about, you know, Tuck Speedman and whatever the other dude's name was. Trying to, like, they get cast in the Southern Tards role.
It was directed by Ben Stiller, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, there you go.
So Ben Stiller.
Simple Jack spinoff, yeah. Yeah, I'd have to sell it to Uva. Like, look, dude, since I was a kid, this script has been suppressed, dude. Since I was a child, and I just don't think there's a venue that has the balls. You know, I don't think there's a filmmaker that has the balls to do it. Man. D, what are you doing?
Just sitting.
He was staring at something like, what are you staring at?
Dandelions in our yard getting out of control, man. Got all the dandelions.
Oh yeah, we got dandelion fever back here. Dude, this yard is naught but weeds.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not even worth their time to water and feed it and have people mow it and stuff. They may as well just put concrete over it at this point.
Like, we don't give a shit, but
like, I don't care. Like, I would rather live on a piece of completely unworked land. Maybe just mow it down a little bit around the house and let it go wild elsewhere.
that rain came and it was just like,
Oh yeah. Rained a few days and everything went nuts. My 8th grade drama teacher stifled my play Cannibal Chinese Martian Rabbi, and I never truly regained my creative spark since. Yeah, I feel you, dude. We were legit sad that Southern Tards was stifled, and we actually like talked about it. We were like, we'll never write a play. No more playwriting. Like, this is ridiculous, man. We genuinely felt like we had been fucking, like somebody had come along, we had a good pot with some stew boiling in it, somebody just put the lid on it, turned it off, left us in the dark by ourselves. We didn't have any defenders. So we're like, you know what? Fuck playwriting then. I see what this industry is about already. Stifling the creative urge. Taking the creative person and turning it into corporate shit, man.
So you would have liked my high school because it was like writing scripts and filming all the time.
Yeah, but would they have let me do Southern Tards though?
Maybe.
No. Dude, I would have gotten stifled over there.
Dude, they made a whole class movie that was just an altered version of a porno script.
But they didn't do the porn part.
No.
Okay. Well, then there you go. That's what they would have done to me. They would have been like, just take the Tards out. Just call it Southern Guys. And no, dude. That's not open to interpretation. was a heartwarming play. It really was. It had some genuine moments of heartwarming, good natured fun. Stifled. People weren't ready for it. They let us do Star Stare. We did perform Star Stare to raucous applause. Southern Tarts, though. Nope. Star Stare, like staring. The latter. Dad made a short film in college called In Bomb. A white guy wakes up and realizes he's a black guy in the Civil War or the Civil Rights era. Okay, well, I bet that was stifled too. I bet that was censored. If I get good enough at League of Legends, do you think my dad will come home? Yeah, kid. Yeah, he will. One of these days. The teacher at Southern Tarts. No, there's no way we could have gotten away with that. She actually read the script. She knew it was in it. Goodbye. See you guys later.